welcome to some more Plague Inc. Today we'll be playing the nerax worm with the Aerosite and the ATP boost. I think that's at least how you pronounce that. I'm not quite sure. We're going to be playing it on normal difficulty. I'm going to go normal and then I'll go mega brutal for my next set of playing through it, but I'm calling it the nerax worm. I don't know why, I just thought that name sounded cool. So let's get right into it. Of course, as always, this will be a one episode a day, just because even if I do complete it on the first match, I don't know if I'll have enough time. I've been a little stressed for time, but I think we'll be pretty good with this one round. Select a start location, as always, Saudi Arabia, just because. Nice, the nerax worm begins in Saudi Arabia and can immediately... okay, what is this? Genetic swap. Worm able to exchange genetic material inside a host's body. Increases chance of mutation. The nerax worm produces eggs that are ejected from the host's brain in the thousands, increasing infectiousness. Motion, ability to grip with portions of its body while pulling and pushing other sections, allows faster movement. Outside host, increases infectivity. Sure, I'll go this one, and I'll go this one, and I'll go this one. There, now I've got all the symptoms. Ooh. Neural breach. Breaching the blood-brain barrier allows to access the host brain. Causes dystonia and rapid eye blinking. Okay. And then abilities will be Trojan planes, cold resistance, heat resistance, and drug resistance. Okay. This one's where we really start to diverge, isn't it? It's great. Nerax worm emerges. Is a nerax worm. Undiscovered for thousands of years, now humans have entered its natural habitat and given it the means to spread. Okay, so that's the kind of process of the nerax worm. But I find it really cool that the boats actually do have models. Same with the planes. They aren't really well shown, but they do have models, and I think that's really cool. Transmission. Which one's more infectious? Well, what is this? Corpse feeder. Worms drawn to corpses increase infectivity with corpses present. So, really does increase infectivity. What does that do? Really not much. RNA strands causes frequent replication errors when regenerating and an increased mutation rate. Ability to propagate actual waves along the length of worm allows an increase in speed and range outside host, increasing infectiousness. Okay. Trying to read some of these names, especially when you're not real well familiar with some of these, is very difficult. I will speed up time as I always do, and I always forget. But this is gonna be a fun one to do. Eggs hatch when they are experience an increase in warmth, likely due to brain activity, greatly increasing infectiousness. So right now I'm just infecting a lot more. How much do these cost? 6 points, 8 points, 3 points. Okay. So I can unlock the Trojan planes, which is gonna be interesting. Recent fluctuation in the Earth's magnetic field is claimed by scientists to be strong enough to be harnessed by New Zealand as a source of power. Interesting. Not that I much care, but definitely interesting. Trojan planes. I know the Trojan planes thing is really handy because you get to pick a location for them to go. So you can send like a plane to Antarctica if you don't get it. So that's really handy because you can basically pick planes to go to Greenland, even though there's no airport, I think. is how that works. So Trojan planes are definitely going to be quite handy, especially because I can hopefully infect everybody before they even know it was there. How much you currently 10 points with a transmission. Okay, corpse feeders. You know what? Why not? And actually, I don't want that much more severity. I'm gonna go with Trojan planes 2. Because the more Trojan planes I encounter, Rio Olympics mystery, I've seen that before. Feel free to pause the video at any time. Good, we're in somewhere else. UK votes for Brexit and referendum. Yep, I'm aware. Oh. Alright, this is a bit of a slower start. Can already tell that one. What is this? Trojan destroyers. Causes destructive and aggressive behavior in target country. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's do more Trojan planes. Causes them to travel more. That's really cool, but I'm gonna need what, like 11? Yeah. So I'm gonna get a little bit more, then I'm gonna get heat resistance. Or 14, I guess. Instead of you needed 11. That'll work too. Transmission. Here's air and water. So I need to get these, and then I need to get those. So those will greatly increase my movability, especially if I can find out. Ship uses new sterilizing cleaning techniques. Any diseases between country, only advanced waterborne diseases can survive on them. That's good. That's just great. I like how it's orange instead of red, because I don't think your goal is to kill everybody. Though I could be mistaken. And there's my first Trojan plane. Right to Greenland. Oh boy, I am failing at clicking right now, which is... Oh boy, new minor disease spreading. Yeah, I bet. I bet new minor disease spreading. Jeez. Oh god, I need to click play, and I need to drag you over to here. Sure, go to Russia, click you, yes. Just another parasite, okay. Wow, I'm going to actually have to stop for a second just to catch up with what just happened. That's incredibly ridiculous. So with this Air 3, waxy membranes allow survival in air conditioning. Then it's another arid locations, increased infectivity, especially in areas, yes. And abilities, drug resistance. Want them to make sure they spread real nice. Upgrade lets ships be infected again. The water transmission upgrade lets the Corvax worm survive the new cleaning technique. It's on ships and spread between countries again. Okay, so basically that just is saying that by getting the water upgrade, it allows that. Shuts down seaports. I don't think that really matters. Cerebral tendrils symptoms mutated. Alright. And let's just go get Madagascar real quick. Make sure Madagascar's nice and infected. With a lovely little Trojan plane. That's such an interesting name for that, ain't it? But wow, I've been kind of caught off guard for a second. Jeez. Alright, highly infectious. Symptoms, areas looking... Got the neural breach, cerebral tendrils. I'll start upgrading those shortly, but... Wow. Okay, I think I'll be able to speed it up again without a problem. So I think. Where is not really all that well infected? Wow, this is a really big, quick, and spreading disease. Like, they haven't even gotten a cure out yet. And there's Placed on watch list. Okay. I probably missed several there. Go to Canada. Send the disease to Canada. Oh boy. I have a lot of that, so this is gonna be great. Frontal mesh, sure. Yeah. Immaturity. Great, that's nice. So they're becoming immature. Perceptive jolt. Increased brain pressure resulting in fever, which disrupts hopes, priorities, and decision making. That's good. Confusion. Still not lethal yet. I'll go one more over here. Oh, what's this? Aggression. Yes, let's make them aggressive. Insanity. That's even better. Let's just upgrade all this. All of this. I have a feeling that these people are going to be so very new obsession eradicating parasitic worms. Reports are coming in all over the world that an extreme obsession with eradicating parasitic worms. Research bringing cross-sourced on huge scale. Okay, so I think that's like a everyone's now focused on the cure sort of thing. That's so okay. First death in Mexico. All right. Well, there's gonna be a whole lot more deaths. Canada leading global cure effort. Thank you, Canada. I look forward to stopping you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. East Africa begins to break down. Nope. Sorry. Trojan planes. This really isn't that necessary, but I will. West Africa. Where's somewhere? It pauses, so I get to decide where to actually chuck this. So, sure. Go to Kazakhstan. Everywhere else already has people who are infected, so I don't think that's gonna matter too very much. Yeah. Oh. Global research focused on cure. Alright. Oh, I did want to mention one little thing for kind of continuing on with the video. I don't know what that means. Schizophrenia. Oh, that's ought to be great. Now everyone who gets this is schizophrenic. And hallucinations. Oh, this is great. This parasitic worm really does a number on your brain. I'm surprised, honestly, that the speed at which infections and deaths are taking place is not taking place a little quicker, honestly. Not that it really matters, because, yeah, Madagascar, anarchy, a lot of places are now going to be anarchy. Wait a second, what was that one that I was looking at? Alright, what was this one? Right. Trojan destroyers. I want to get Trojan destroyers right now, because that'll send, I think, places into anarchy, so they'll be fighting more. And the more they fight with each other, because that's how the parasitic worm works, is it infects people to fight each other, not to really win. Genetic hardening decreases future research speed, decreases future research speed, drug resistance too. Not that, you know, a drug is going to work. Let's destabilize China. Okay. Canada bombs infected cities. Yep, that works well for you. That should rapidly speed up the deaths in China, because now everybody hates each other. Perceptive jolt symptom mutated. Oh, that's great. That's good. The USA is completely falling apart. So is basically everyone else. And you know what? Let's add in a little anarchy. Canada's finally begun to break after lasting for so long. I'm so surprised Canada's lasted this long. Greenland is somehow less infected, so that's not good. Greenland needs to stay infected. I don't know why that is. But I'll upgrade everything else and hope for a... I think I'm currently max infectivity, so hopefully the people in Greenland will stay in Greenland. No, Greenland, no. This is not good. Greenland is still relatively safe. Wow, 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 what happened? The research just like jumped out of nowhere. I didn't even notice that the cure research was going so well. What happened? What did I do wrong? Oh boy. Well, I failed. Everyone who was infected is now dead. And, I'm not gaining any new infections almost whatsoever. So, I don't think I can win this. I think I went a little too quickly, I guess. And now I've lost. Because everyone in Greenland's already dead. I killed everybody in a country without realizing it. So I lost that country, so I don't actually get to win. This does nothing. Increases chance of mutations and allows them to spread a little further. But it does nothing, everyone's gonna die. So I guess you'll be getting 2 parts to this episode. Because I don't want to leave you on that note, so I'm just gonna speed up time and let it go as it is. The world will live on with a amount of people still living. That's an unfortunate failure. You have to be eradicated. Good. That's great. Defeat. The Korax worm has been eradicated. Retry. Yes, Korax. Fine. You know what? I will start in Europe. You know what? Sure. Actually, no. I want to start in the UK. Not very high population. I think it's like a relatively wet area. So I really don't care. I just want to try starting in somewhere that's not Saudi Arabia. Just to kind of give myself some new stuff to mess around with. Really don't actually bother with this part normally, but gotta get with it right now. I want air and that, and I want this first, but I'm gonna have this first. Cold resistance, evolve. Devolve also takes points. I thought it would give points, but no. That's in a different method. I am really bad at that. World, 3 infected. That's good, that's good, that's good. Nerax worm emerges. Nerax worm emerges. Global recession to end soon. Okay. Largest ancient cave drawing discovered in Syria. Alright. That's just stuff to read whilst you kind of wait for things to actually kick off. As I always remember to lovelily speed up the process of this. You know, lovelily speed up the process. Oof. Goldman Stanley Bank crisis. The investment bank reported catastrophic losses today due to a technical error in the random number generator. Okay. I figured starting in the UK would be better, but this also seems to be going relatively slow for a start. Which is not particularly good because the goal is to eradicate everybody quickly. So like start, spread, and end everybody. Just end it all. End everything as quickly as possible. But I'm not doing a particularly good job of that. Yes. I have not yet eradicated humanity. Alright. So one thing you definitely want to do is very quickly start to infect people once about half the people or a little over half the people are infected in the world. You then want to try making your break for actually doing some symptoms. But you want the symptoms to kind of already be there. It takes a while for lethal symptoms to come together, which means that for a while a lot of people focus on the cure before they die. I don't automatically know where any of the symptoms are, so don't know that. New aid program for poor countries. The UN announced a new aid initiative for poor countries, making them less vulnerable to diseases. Great, so poor countries now have better stuff. AIDS, yes. Yes. You now spread like wildfire. You now spread like wildfire. You now spread like wildfire. Not. Alright, yeah, about normally around 500 or so. No, it's once about a couple million, about 50 million people are infected. Then it basically says, hey, people were infected, you have a lot of people infected. Alright, and here becomes the boom, which always seems to happen. It's like a travel day, or I just, finally hit an airport. And then all heck breaks loose everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, almost every continent is infected within hours or days. Like, 4 days, and now the entire populations have become infected. So do this, do some heat resistance. Really? Oh, here's heat resistance again. Boom. And then we'll go transmission by, really I want by something like mosquitoes or something like that. Just something simple. And let's start this with some actual symptoms. Alright. I think I'm doing quite well, though. I've been like this for quite a few times at this point, where, like, I infected new worrying disease spreading. A diagnostic team in UK has identified a new disease which has been named the Corax worm. It is quite severe and must be investigated further. Other countries are also reporting this disease. Well, that's cool. It's not new minor disease spreading like it normally is. They are all afraid of my disease, probably because of how kind of severe it is as the moment is. Greenland infected. Canada infected and climbing. Canada stopped. Really? Canada stopped? Canada? I don't really need that as much. I think what I'm going to want is to probably... What is this one? Ooh, yes. This also increases that and severity. Symptoms, not really. Abilities, not really. But I will need genetic hardening soon because, yeah. UK shuts down seaports. That doesn't matter. Greenland is toast. I don't know why Greenland is toast, but Greenland is toast. Philippines, yes, go to the Philippines. Everyone in the Philippines will have new Corax worm. The Corax worm, just another parasite. So it says, worrying disease spreading, nothing to worry about. That ain't worrying in the slightest. Scientists prove that the Corax... Oh, good. Yes. Don't worry about it, it's a problem. This is great. It's all just, don't worry about it, it's a problem. And I like it, because they're all worried about it, but no one actually has any that enables increased control over host brain. The conscious thought center, and gain ability to mentally manipulate host. Ooh, good. Now my thing's manipulative. Good little parasite. Good. Alright. Sure. Go to Central Africa. Alright, now over here. Things are going relatively well now. The spreading of the disease is going quite quickly as everything pops up all over the world. Alright, thank you, and every other country that wasn't already dealt with is now going to fall. But what I will do is I will increase transmission, and the last bit of this, I will also actually increase it like this. That way things go a little bit more. So it's highly severe. Confusion. Yes, I want confusion. I want confusion. I want them to not know what's happening, and when they don't know what's happening, they'll lose. France leading global cure effort. Okay. Thank you. Everyone is completely dying at the moment, or at least going to. They will eventually die. Perceptive jolt. What is this one? Memory loss. That's good. Aneurysm. That's also harmful. That's also quite handy, I guess. Let's make them weak. Not that smart. Brain hemorrhage. Oh boy. Alright. So I've unlocked the instant kill. First death in Korea. I'm not killing people faster than being infected here, right? Same with the US? Good. Global research focused on the cure. I am so sorry for everybody that lives in these countries. They will die. Alright, let's send a Trojan plane to Spain. Brain hemorrhage symptom mutated. Oh. Oh, that ain't good. Oh good, that's still increasing. Okay. You know, just a little worrying that, people are now dying. I might want to increase infectivity a little bit. Perceptive jolt. Yes. Alright. O struggles to perceive motion, that's good. Hallucinations, that is also good. Hallucinate. You will lose your ability to think. Hallucinate. Alright, the US is going a bit of a problem, but if everyone else is dead, then the US having not as bad of a problem will not be a problem in the slightest. Also, Australia needs to be a little quicker. I'd like to be a little quicker in removing Australia from the map. You know, as you do. Transmission. What I really need to do is I really need to do this. Drug resistance, genetic reshuffle, and this. That should be able to make it so the thing is now back down a little bit. And every place I really don't have the Incure device announced. Applesoft announced new iCure device to help cure the... okay, so I have a feeling like that's one of those, like, natural blockers. Perceptive shift symptom mutated, that's good. I think I'll win this one. East Africa in anarchy. Good. I will mention this right now is given my limited time for when I want to release this episode. I don't think I'll be able to do too much editing, so sorry if the video seems a little disheveled or a little fast. I'm just kind of playing this game, just one thing right after. Ooh. Boy. You need 29. I can definitely do that. There's 30. Boom. Genetic reshuffle. I have one more genetic reshuffle, but I don't think I'll need it. Because that was 37, now back to 7, so it went back down a couple of pegs. Where's the last people alive? Or not infected? There are no healthy people left in the world. Alright. Alright, so this is the end of the episode. I just finished the mission, just kind of came into here, and found that this is what it is. Ionized helix, bonus DNA when dissolving. So I think that means you get DNA when dissolving instead of it taking DNA when you dissolve things. So that's nice. That's about the only real thing here that really happened. I also got the Parasite, which I will be playing next week. But thank you all for watching. Sorry about the maybe less snipped for the boring parts. Was running a little low on time, but anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you liked, comment if you wanna, and subscribe if you like my content.